Another way to solve a system of equations is by adding or subtracting two equations together. So this rule we call solving by addition or subtraction. What that means is that there is a rule of equality in mathematics that says if you have an equation and add it to another equation, what you will get in this third equation will be equal as well. Notice that to do this though, we need our variables lined up. X's are inlined vertical, Y's are inlined vertical, and the numbers on the side are inlined vertical, all in the same positions in the equation. So all I'm going to do is add the equations together. X plus x is 2x, y minus y is 0, and 7 plus 3 is 10. My resulting equation, the y's were eliminated. So this, now I can easily solve for x and figure out that x is 5. The whole purpose of this adding equations together is that one of the variables, in this case y, goes away. One's positive, one's negative, they cancel out. Now that I figured out that x is 5, I can plug it back in. Let's use the first equation and figure out what y would be. Subtract 5 from both sides, y is 2. So the 0.52 is the solution to this. Let's try to use the addition-subtraction rule on this one. If I try to add these two equations together, I'm going to get 17n plus 6m equals 22. Now this is not really very helpful to me because I still have two variables in this equation. I can't solve for one of them. But what I can do instead is subtract the two equations, because by subtracting 3m minus 3m, my m's will fall away. The easiest way that we can go about subtracting the equations is really by multiplying the second equation by -1. Think about that as distributing the negative through the entire equations. Now what I have, 12n plus -5n is 7n, 3m minus 3m is 0, and 18 minus 4 is 14. My resulting equation now only has one variable in it. Divide by 7 and that should be 2. Go back to one of the equations up here. Let's go to the first one. 12 times 2 plus 3m equals 18. So this is 24 plus 3m equals 18. Subtract 24 and I'm going to get -6. Excuse me. M equals -2. So my solution to this system is to the first thing I look for when I have a system of equations that I want to solve with addition is that one of the variables has the same coefficient. So p has a 12 and a -15. That's not going to work for the addition rule. But -18 and -18 for q will if I multiply the second equation through by a negative. Now when I add the q's together, it will become 0. So what do I get when I add the two equations together? 27p, this is 0, equals 18. If I divide both sides by 27, 18 over 27 reduces down to 2/3. So p must be 2/3. Plug p back into one of the equations up here to solve for q. 12 times 2/3 p, 2/3, minus 18q equals 14. Well, this is 8. So I subtract 8, get 6, divide by -18, and I'm going to get -6 over 18, which reduces down to -1/3. So my solution here, p comes before q alphabetically, so 2/3, -1/3.